Hey guys, I hope you're having a wonderful day. Today we're going to be doing something a little different than my usual vlogs. I've chosen to do a sit down favorites, basically rounding up a few things that I've been using, things that I like, things that I've been reading, podcasts I've been listening to. If you enjoy this format, let me know. I'm excited to do a deep dive into a few of the things I've been doing lately, and I hope you enjoy it. Let's begin. Right now, Ricardo and I have been watching Platonic Season 2. I'm a Seth Rogen fan, so I definitely enjoy his sense of humor and his comedic timing, and also his rapport with Rose Byrne. I think it's really light and fun, and so totally recommend that one. Check that one out. It's on Apple TV. Another show I've been enjoying a lot is The Buccaneers on Apple TV as well. I think it's really juicy. I think it's really good drama. I haven't seen like good drama since my days of watching like any Shonda Rhimes TV show, which if you don't know who she is, she created Grey's Anatomy, Scandal, How to Get Away with Murder, and Bridgerton. For me, The Buccaneers is like a level of writing that I'm satisfied because the characters do what I want them to do, but then something goes wrong and it's always a surprise or like an unexpected turn that you're like, oh shit, like I didn't even think of that, and I'm a TV show junkie. So it's really hard to surprise me when it comes to TV and storylines. So I feel like The Buccaneers is one that's refreshing to me, and it's hitting all the right notes when it comes to, again, the level of drama, the juiciness, the characters' plot lines. So totally recommend The Buccaneers on Apple TV. The next show I'm going to recommend is another light and funny one. It's on Hulu. It's called Broad City. Honestly, I'm enjoying it. I'm on season 3. There's 5 seasons. And it's 2 girls around New York City, but they're like crazy and they cross all like boundaries and they do whatever the fuck they want around that city, and I'm here for it. There are some scenes or some jokes or some episodes that aren't as good as the others, but I'm still hooked on it. And if you're just looking for something light to watch before going to bed and to just giggle and see like gross things and how they take it super far with their jokes, they just take it there. They take it all the way. So I admire them for doing that, and I'm enjoying it. So podcast wise, I did recently listen to an episode of Smartless, and it was with Paul Anka. I didn't know who Paul Anka was at all. I just knew that was Lorelai Gilmore's dog's name on Gilmore Girls. It was really incredible to hear his story, like all the fucking icons he's worked with. The Beatles, like he helped bring them to the US. So I thought that was really cool behind the scenes fun facts. And he worked with Michael Jackson. He's worked with freaking Frank Sinatra. He wrote My Way. I was just mind blown. So totally recommend the Smartless podcast Paul Anka episode. Now we move on to YouTube creators. Right now, I'm watching a lot of Brooke Cormier, which is a painter and content creator, and I really enjoy her videos. They're very polished, and she has her own like personality that shines through the editing, which I enjoy. And I like that they're about being an artist in the digital age and how to sell art and like her life in Vienna, because she just moved to Vienna with her husband. And I don't know, I've been hooked. I like seeing her draw. They just bring me a lot of peace and they're very entertaining. Totally check her out, Brooke Cormier. Another YouTuber I've been enjoying, not super fast paced editing, just like slow but really beautiful, is Tutski. And I think he's Japanese/Australian, and he's based in Australia, and I've been enjoying his vlogs because they're very peaceful, and it's like him making his coffee and then like cleaning his house, and he'll also give tips on how to color correct for videos, and he'll do some behind the scenes and of like how he works with his clients. Check him out. He's cool. So recently I've been starting my days by reading a chapter from an oldie but a goodie. This one is called The Law of Divine Compensation by Marianne Williamson. I'm enjoying starting my mornings reading this because it's about wealth, it's about abundance, it's about prosperity, and I feel like I needed a little bit of magic these past few weeks when you're feeling a little low or like you're losing a little bit of momentum. This one was recommended to me by a psychic medium that I once had a session with. Returning to it has been a gift because sometimes I can be vibrating on a low frequency when it comes to like money and starting a career and being a freelancer, and I'm tired of being in that loop. So pulling this out has been really helpful. She talks about forgiveness, letting go of, like negative feelings so you don't harbor them and they don't impede your growth and where you want to go in life and what you want to achieve. Like, it starts from within, and if you're holding on to bad energies and unforgiveness, it's just gonna take longer to get to where you want to be. And so it's been really interesting because it's all about strengthening your spirituality and then through that obtaining material abundance. And I mean, I don't know about you, but I definitely needed a refresh in this area. And I feel like every morning when I start my day by reading a chapter from this book, it's like a small meditation, honestly. I read this at the beginning of last year, so it's been a little over a year since I've read this one, but it impacted me because there's just so many good stories here about death and how to communicate with the afterlife and sending signs to loved ones who have passed. Her being a psychic medium, she has a lot of just like profound wisdom in this area of communication with loved ones. And that's her job. That's what she does. And she's also an author, clearly. The majority of her clients at the beginning of her career were parents who had lost their sons, their daughters, and them wanting to communicate with them. You might cry like I did, which I cried in a few chapters, but it's also very beautiful to know that we're all connected and that if you've lost a loved one, you can communicate with them and ask them for a sign. And I think that's very beautiful and powerful, and it lets us know that death isn't necessarily something to see with heaviness or negativity. It could also be something really beautiful and profound. Moving on to our next category. Okay, so this next activity is an offline activity I've been having fun with. And sometimes I'll do it with Ricardo, my boyfriend. It's basically coloring. This one I got on Amazon. I just enjoy it because it's so just like meditative and I can just disappear in the action of coloring. This one is a good one, but I wouldn't recommend doing it with markers because I've been doing it with markers and it bleeds through the pages, unfortunately. So whatever artwork you choose, you do lose the one that's on the back. I'll show you now. Okay, so this is one that I colored a few weeks ago, and then so that's like the thing, and then like the back of the page you can see sort of it bleeding through, and so it kind of ruins the experience of the one on the back, but it's because I'm using these markers, and this is the other item I want to recommend. So basically the activity itself is what I'm recommending. These are great because the way that they color, like they have two sides to them, and I don't know if I want to open this on top of my white sheets, but this is one side, like basic marker, but this is the side I'll typically use more because it sort of gives me that like watercolor feel. I like that you can layer the color itself. I'll show you an example in another page that I have. So like here, the castle, like this one I did with Ricardo, and the castle is, we basically used a lot of the same blue and then we created shadows. And I think that's something really cool that these markers have, where it sort of plays on that watercolor feel. All right, our last segment, beauty. I'm only gonna do 2 of these because I know there's a lot of like people who already recommend beauty products. The first item I want to recommend, which I'm actually wearing, I've been wearing it since the beginning of the video and it hasn't faded at all, I don't know if you can see, is this delicious Biba de Suosa lip treatment. This one, I think it's about $27 or $28, and I've been using it since I was living in Boston. Like, it even got me through the winters. It's like, this is the real deal. You don't like swallow bits of it and then start coughing like with other lip treatments. This one is the shit. And this one lasts me 6 months because I will typically only use it at night. This is packed like to the top. Totally recommend this one. The next item on my list is the Say Tinted SPF. I've been using it on and off. I don't wear SPF every day because I don't leave the house every day. Honestly, I like that. It just like enhances your skin tone, where it's like if you have any discoloration or sunspots, it just like smooths everything out and you just look really perfect and like airbrushed. So I dig it. I recommend it. Anyways, that's all for now. I hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know your thoughts, and I hope you guys have a wonderful rest of your week. Wishing you all the best.